I'm going to take two of my favourite Indian dishes, naan and chicken tikka, and put them together to make an incredible sandwich. First, I'm making a little marinade for the chicken tikka. Now, traditionally in a tikka marinade, there's lots of ginger, so I've just given myself a little head start here. Fresh ginger that I'm finely grating. Now, we want about a tablespoon of ginger. And also, I'll add 2 cloves of garlic. Now, the word tikka actually means bits or pieces. So bits of chicken that are being marinated and then cooked in a tandoor oven. Now, I don't have a tandoor oven here, but I'm going to show you a really good trick to do it at home. Once you've got enough garlic, we can start adding the spices. You need lots of spices for this. 1.5 teaspoons of paprika, garam masala, and just a little bit of chilli because I don't want it to be too spicy, along with some cumin powder and some coriander powder. They are all 1/2 teaspoon measurements. And 1 cup of plain yogurt. You can use natural yogurt or Greek yogurt. Give that a really good mix to distribute the garlic and the ginger throughout the spices and the yogurt. Now we need some salt to season it and also to bring out the flavour of all of those spices. And that's our marinade done. Easy to do. Now for the chicken. I love to use chicken thigh because it's got so much flavour and it's got a little bit of fat on it, which means it won't dry out in the oven. 4 chicken thighs, and I'm going to cut this into smaller pieces, and I'm going to cut this lengthways. So we've got some strips to add to our sandwich, just like that. And then that can go straight into our marinade. So I'll cut our other pieces of chicken. If you like, you could absolutely use chicken breast for this, but I think thigh is tastier. Now, yogurt is one of those wonderful ingredients that tenderises meat. So ideally, you want to leave this in the fridge overnight so the meat gets really, really soft and stays moist. But if you don't have time, don't worry, you can cook this straight away. The flavour is still going to be there. I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees and I've prepared a tray with a rack on top. This may seem a little bit strange, but what's going to happen is it allows the chicken to cook evenly on the bottom and the top. So I'll start from the top and work our way down. I've also just sprayed the rack with just a little bit of olive oil, just so the chicken doesn't stick. So on it goes, just giving yourself a little bit of room between each piece. And the last 2, and now these go into the oven 10 to 12 minutes. Then I'm going to turn it onto a grill just so we get it caramelised on the top. This chicken is nearly cooked, so I've turned the grill element on. It's going to take about 3 to 5 minutes just to get golden on the top, and that gives me enough time to prepare my naan bread. I'll need 2 naan breads for this, and I want them to go really, really soft and pliable so I can wrap it around the chicken. The best way to do this is to use a little bit of foil and pop the naan bread into the foil, wrap it up nice and tightly. And then this is going to steam in the foil for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then everything can come out of the oven at the same time. Now, to go with my tikka sandwiches, I'm adding 2 sauces. First, some mango chutney that you can get at all your supermarkets. That's going to give it a really nice sweetness. And I think Raita is essential for this. Greek plain yogurt, grated cucumber. I've left the skin on and I've taken the seeds out. And another good little trick to ensure that we've got a really nice creamy sauce that's not too watery is to just add a little bit of salt to the cucumber, allow it to sit for about 2 minutes, and then pat it dry with some paper toweling or a cloth, and you'll see that will get a really nice concentrated flavour. Now I'll add a little bit of cumin seeds. Cumin seeds have a really nice crunch to them and the flavour is slightly nutty. And then 1 last stir, and that's the 2 sauces to go on the naan bread. And another addition, which I think is really lovely with it, is raw onion. These have just been finely sliced into rounds. It looks great and it's going to give it a really nice crunch. Now you can go all out with this. You could add different types of herbs. Coriander works really nicely with it. Even just some simple rocket and some tomatoes makes this a really yummy sandwich. And now we're ready to assemble. So let's get the chicken and the naan bread out of the oven. Oh, the chicken looks good. Smells even better. See how it's caramelized on the top? That's what we're looking for. I'll get my naan, it's nice and hot. Now to give this chicken a little bit of a tang, I'm going to squeeze some fresh lemon juice, just a small amount, and that's a really nice touch to freshen that up. And we'll open our piping hot naan bread out of the foil. See how soft and pliable they are? That's what we're looking for. I'm gonna get my plate ready. We'll place one naan bread. We'll add a little bit of our mango chutney, about a teaspoon, spread it out. Then our yogurt, a nice big helping of that, all the way to the edge, in the center. Some of our chicken, and don't overfill it or else it'll be really hard to fold over. A few onion rings on the top. And then I like to flip it over so the seam goes down the bottom and it holds its shape. And that's what I like to call Indian street food at its best. This is budget friendly, the whole family's going to love it, and so easy to make.